Howdy folks, Eric here, back with another standard video. Welcome to the 100 subscriber special. Thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. 100 may not mean a lot to some people, but for a guy that just started and basically, I started posting videos a little over a month ago, and I don't post anywhere else other than YouTube and maybe occasionally Reddit. It feels pretty good that y'all want to come show up and hang out and watch my videos enough to subscribe to my channel. So appreciate you. This one's a little 100 subscriber special, 100 card green white toolbox. I'm not going to go into I'm not going to go into details on every single card selection here, but the idea is we're built around Cloud, Midgar Mercenary, Bright Glass Gearhulk, Guardian Sunmare, and the Sariema. It's somewhere in here. Yes. 4 cards that just help you find cards in your deck, basically. So those are our main build around cards today. And it's just packed full of a bunch of green-white legendaries and equipments and 1 mana permanents to grab with the Gearhulk. Has this ramp plan with Llanowar Elves, Badgermole Cub. I'll put the deck list in the description, so if you really want to take a look at the full thing, you can. But just kind of scrolling through here, you can get a gist of what's going on here. 4 Lumbering Worldwagon, 4 Seam Rip, a couple Sheltered by Ghosts. We're on 34 lands today. I think that proportion about makes sense. Actually kind of works out nicely because we get to play all the duels and Multiversal Passage and enough basics to support our wagons, etc., etc. Our sideboard, pretty straightforward here. 4 split up, 4 go wide, instant speed removal and get lost, a few extra one-ofs to find off the Gearhulks, etc., etc. And a Rest in Peace that you can grab off the Guardian Sunmare and a Celestial Armorer. Listen, the deck list is not that important. The important thing today is that I have some fun, and hopefully you do too, jumping into some ranked games with this pile. All right, folks, 100 card green-white toolbox. Shout out to Otter Jones, by the way, subscriber on my channel. Got at me in the comments about being obsessed with Bright Glass Gearhulk, and they were 100% correct. I'm glad someone finally had the chutzpah to call me out on it, because every other video it feels like I'm like, hey, what if we did this with Bright Glass Gearhulk? Cracked me up. Got a mulligan the first couple hands here. Gonna keep this. Not great, but has some play. I think actually I like the Cloud, even though it's double white. Maybe we do something like this? Actually, maybe we get to like kind of realistically cast Aether Spark with this hand and just like go turn 1 Bossing Say. Okay, a Wagon's actually a pretty good draw. We're on a pretty unfortunate start here, but it's okay. Okay, Deep Cavern Bat. We're doing fine. If we're against a Deep Cavern Bat deck, I think we might have some time here to deploy, as long as we start hitting our land drops. Guardian Sunmare. They take my Sheltered by Ghosts, fair enough. Crossing our fingers that we get this wagon out. Lava Spur Boots. Okay. Play the Gene Pollinator. We'll play the Boots. Gives us another thing to tap with our Gene Pollinator next turn, so we have 3 mana for the wagon. Our opponent's doing something kind of cool too. Some kind of Sultai list. Respect. Go ahead and get the wagon on the field. Pretty fortunate for us. And we hit a Temple Guard, or Temple of Plenty. Another horse. We'll pass on this one. We're all horsed up already. We can almost slap on some Lava Spur Boots. Our opponent is being very generous with us here, giving us time to set up. We'll go for the Guardian Sunmare. Crew up the wagon. No idea what they're up to. I wonder if they're just like super stuck on lands. Or flooded, super flooded. Grab another Plains. And now we're kind of in position to rule the game, I think. They could have some heavy hitters here, but kind of seems like they kept a 6 land plus bat hand. I really gotta know what's going on. So we can do like Cloud, crew up the Sunmare, and then in web back Cloud. That seems kind of good. Let's grab a... I guess we just want a Buster Sword here. Crew up the Sunmare. Go swinging. Let's see what we... let's see what we can grab. Got a lot of options here. Got a lot of options here. Phenomena Recorder is kind of fun. I kind of just like the Sari Emma, maybe. We keep going that way. Or Wily Duke, start getting some card advantage down. We could also grab a Demi. A Demi might be the smart choice here, actually. We can leave up mana to sacrifice a Demi, and if they have, like... I'm thinking, like, Rise of Sozin in hand or something like that. Okay. I see. Well, I think we name enchantment then, so they can't go like slow down their slow down their Overlord of the Baelmerks and jeez Louise. Whatever, Awaken the Honor Dead. Yeah. Okay. No main deck Soul Guide Lantern, although you probably really could argue that one makes sense. Can we just win this turn? If I... If I crew up the Sunmare and find... Can we just win this turn? We can equip the boots to Yaranovsky, crew up the Sunmare, and crew up the wagon. Find like a Sheltered by Ghosts. It's something like this, I think. I don't know if it's lethal per se. But it should put us in a pretty good position. No, actually, I think I can get a lethal here. Swing out. Play a land. Yeah, I think this is lethal. Find a Sheltered by Ghosts here. Oh, no. Oh, I thought they were at 13. Okay. Well, that's pretty close. Pretty close. Is there a secret lethal here? Suki's kind of close. Tristani for double strike on one of these, actually, I think would have done it. Maybe not quite. We'll go for a Sheltered by Ghosts. Attach it here. Hit ya for a bajillion. Yeah? Pass it back to you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Town Greeter. They're gonna have to get a little lucky here. Caballero. Okay. Yeah, and they're dead. Okay, good start for us. Opponent gave us a little bit of help. I only played this deck once in testing and I won the match, so I was like, yep, it's perfect. let's just jump into it. Bring in the Graveyard Hate. I think we want... Do we want the split ups? It's probably just better than the seam rips. Go down to 1 seam rip. Probably cut the Zach Fair. Although Zach Fair can sacrifice itself, that's kind of interesting. Go down, Fungus. Go down. Maybe Halia's not that good here. Maybe we go down. What do you choose? What do you choose? I don't know. I don't know what you choose. Kona is maybe not that likely to... Maybe Kona's just a little too slow here. Dissection Tools seems fine. Beza can probably go. Yeah, try it like that. Try it like that. 100 card, green white toolbox. Yeah, that's a hand. That's a snap keep from me. No graveyard hate, but got a lot of other good stuff going on. Suppose we can just lead on Hushwood Verge. If we draw a cloud, we can just play a plains here. Should be able to deploy all of our mana untapped. Oblivious Bookworm. There's a cloud. Just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up. Kind of light on targets, to be real with you. I guess the Aether Spark's in our hand. It should be fine. Against this matchup, I think I probably just want the Lava Spur Boots in general. Next turn we go Wagon into Aether Spark, probably. Aether Spark works pretty nicely with Cloud. Doubles the, like, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage during your turn, put that many loyalty counters on Aether Spark, doubles that trigger. Interestingly enough, there's a Wagon. Our mana's deploying pretty effectively here. We're very online. Swinging for 2. Pass it back. Okay, so big Aether Spark turn next turn possibly, or we could like split up Herd Heirloom if they manage to go off. They're filtering away a bunch of lands. Sariema. It's a bunch of stuff. What could we Sariema into? Most of our legends are like 3 and 4 mana. So we can't really double up this turn. There's a Surak. I'm gonna fetch here. I think maybe I like Surak here. Actually, I could like Herd Heirloom into Surak and play the Lava Spur Boots and load up the Wagon. I think maybe that makes a little more sense. Kind of feels like they have some kind of removal in hand. We'll be pretty happy to have a Surak online. I guess I could threaten drawing a card off this Herd Heirloom. That's maybe better than playing the Boots this turn. Huge advantage. Our opponents have no idea what we're playing at any stage of the game, and neither will we really. Go ahead and swing in. Big mana. I thought about putting like a sneaky Ice Tail Explorer, Mightform Harmonizer situation in the list too, but didn't feel toolboxy enough. Draw a card. Okay. Play the Elves post-combat. Pass it back to you. A glut of lands for our opponent. Deep Cavern Bat. Check it. It's all gas. All gas. 100% gas here. Takes the split up. You got something for me? You got your combo? Cavernous Souls on human. Filtering through their deck. Thoughtseize bug. It's real. I guess we go for the Cloud plan. The interesting thing about the Cloud plan is even if Cloud gets blocked, it still like basically puts Aether Spark, I think, to 11 loyalty counters this way, which is kind of fun. Makes it pretty hard to deal with. No blocks. Aether Spark is at 11. I guess I should have Herd Heirloomed Surak. That's okay. Feeling pretty good. Feeling like I'm gonna win this one, so not sweating it too much. And we win match 1 with 100 card green white toolbox. You love to see it. All right, match number 2. on the climb. Reset back down to platinum, of course. But this is the perfect. I think this is kind of the perfect climbing deck, don't you? I like this hand. Let's go. Just a nice mix of proactive and reactive here. Badgermole Cub. I suppose what I'll do, I can play the Gene Pollinator and then use the Gene Pollinator next turn on the Fabled Passage to be able to play Cub as long as this lives. Dies. Not the end of the world. There's a Caradora, Heart of Alakria. Finds a wagon, finds a Sunmare. Also doubles counters for some reason. Or puts an extra counter. Hardened Scales. It's also Hardened Scales. Unstoppable Slasher, gonna give us probably a bit of a difficult time here. Okay, another land is a good draw. Earth King. Yeah, it's not... We don't really need that right now. Just gotta accelerate out this Sunmare, I suppose. Unstoppable Slasher. Be unfortunate if we had to block with this Cub. Looks like we don't. So I won't. Go down to 9. Vine Lasher. The burn begins. Looks like they're missing lands, or they're probably just missing land drops. I guess we go for a Sunmare. Sunmare finding Sheltered by Ghost is the most likely way that we get back into this game. Pretty likely to survive this turn if they're missing land drops still, on account of the ward too. And next turn we can play the Caradora, mount or crew it up, saddle it up. There's a land. They don't have demon mana. Hit me with the Slasher. Guess I just take this. Go down to 3. Sorry, go down to 2. Raven Eagle. Okay. We're still chilling. Exile the Earth King. Make a clue. Well, we can play Caradora here. Let's see. What are our options? Yep, just wagons and Sunmares. Let's grab another Sunmare. Go ahead, saddle up the Sunmare here. Swing in. Grab a Shelter by Ghosts. Gotta get that immediate life swing back. Also protects the Sunmare pretty bigly here. Just exile the Slasher. The Raven Eagle is going to be a little annoying, but... And then let's see him rip one of these Vine Lashers, just in case. Ping me. They can't play the demon and crack the clue here. Arch Enemy's Charm. Well, they didn't read the fact that Guardian Sunmare has ward. This is not the first time I've gotten someone with this effect. Ward 4, baby. They're like, huh? I don't know. It's the thing that makes this card any kind of playable. It'd be unplayable without the ward, but the fact that you just soup up this really nasty big ward guy. We can play a second Sunmare. We can crew this Sunmare up, swing with these 2, and then put a Shelter by Ghosts on the Caradora now for a much larger life swing. And they scoop it up. Okay, we get there. Read the cards, guys. read the cards. Against this deck, we probably want Get Losts. Don't think we want Split Up. Eh, they're pretty creature heavy. Maybe. Maybe you kind of want to go on the split up authority plan. It's not like perfect. It lines up not great against some of their hands, but if they're also on the Elspeth and stuff like that, it could be okay. I don't think Rest in Peace is worth it. Probably keep in a Fungus. Seam Rip. Is Seam Rip hitting a whole lot? I guess it hits the bats. We can go down a couple. Go down. Yeah, go down the boots here. I like a Demi. I like all this. Got a Halia, I suppose. Suki seems fine. Yera and Oski. Gathering Storm Soul. Yes, of course. 5R. Go down the Kona. Go down. Gotta leave the Sunmare. Maybe Aether Spark is not likely to get in. And then maybe a 4-drop. Maybe we cut like Appa here. No, Appa seems like it could be good. Lyra probably just dies. It doesn't. It's not. Well, it has protection from. No, it's not Baneslayer, right? It doesn't have protection from anything. If it was Baneslayer and it had protection from demons, right? Then maybe that'd be decent. But I think Lyra just dies in this matchup. Okay, this is a pretty good hand. Mold of 4, Badgermole Cub, Herd Heirloom. I think I want to keep the split up. And you know I want to keep that Gear Hulk. I think I'm going to get a bright glass Gear Hulk tattoo. Wouldn't that be sick? Let's lead on the Lush Portico here. A Demi. No. We'll skip on a Demi for now. And by for now, I guess I mean forever. Because it's just one of in my deck. Let's go Heirloom Elf here. That way, if we draw a land, we'll still be able to cast the Gear Hulk next turn. And if they have removal, I think I'd rather they kill this elf than my cub. Swinging in. Passes. Zach Fair is kind of interesting. We can go cub into Zach and elves if they don't kill the cub right now. And it looks like they don't have anything. Put a bunch of garbage on the field. It's working. Yes, it's working. There's the Bloodletter. We have a split up for the Bloodletter. Guess I just take this. We can go Gear Hulk into Dusk Rose Reliquary. Bossing Say, not a bad draw. I guess I don't have enough white to Gear Hulk for Dusk Rose Reliquary. Play the Gear Hulk. Let's check out our options. 3 mana to work with. All green. Fungus. Maybe we grab a Fungus and then grab a Dusk Rose Reliquary. And that way, if they play the Unholy Annex, we have an answer right away. I think that's pretty good. And we can also hold up this Zach Fair activation if we want. We'll see if they have like the Rush of Dread combo to just one-shot me. I don't think people typically play that card anymore. It looks like they're just mono black, by the way. I mentioned Elspeth during sideboarding, and looks like they are not on that plan. Temple of Plenty. Well, I want to start getting in with the Gear Hulk, drawing cards. I guess I could do that first. Probably just give up an elf here. Hold up this protection plus answer to the Unholy Annex. Lush Portico. Okay. Let's give up the elf here. I guess I could just give up the Lush Portico. It's pretty much the same thing, right? And then I'll get another Surveil right here. Dodge that land. Exile the Bloodletter. Play a Temple. Dodge that land. Pass it back to you. And then if they like have a board wipe, I guess we can activate, and pretty much be in a fine spot still. Why is this working? Why is it working? Swing it in. Well, I'm going to have to kill this. I guess I could just like... No, this seems okay. Let's give up the cub. In the elf. Float a couple mana here. They might just have another Cecil. Could just go for like a block sack situation to keep them off of flipping, but I think this is fine. This is pretty much all we need to win anyway. Pass it back to me. Another Bossing Say. Swing in with the Gear Hulk. Can't take this forever. Draw a card. Pass it back to you. Yep, Plains. Lush Portico. Hold up this this interaction here. Now it probably makes sense to go for a block sack if they swing, and then we just have lethal in the backswing. Land. Bloodletter. Pass. You swinging? Swinging. Okay. At this point, I guess I'll just give up the Zach Fair. Kind of makes a little more sense. Move the counter to the Gear Hulk. I'm taking 4 here. But then this little maneuver plays around last card being Unholy Annex. Do I give up the fungus? I don't think I'm allowed to. Cloud. I'm gonna find a lethal with Cloud here. Play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can play Cloud. Find a... Let's just assume they don't have anything. Play Cloud. Find a... Oh, shoot the sheriff. No. Okay. Play Cloud. I meant to tap with the Herd Heirloom there. Find a Buster Sword was my thought here. Yeah, probably makes sense still. I'm going to have to destroy... Oh, no. You know, I goofed. I meant to tap with the Herd Heirloom there, and if I did, I still could, like, play and equip the Buster Sword onto the Fungus. Make them block. And then I think I'm winning that game. In this case, I'm losing because I tapped silly. I guess what I have to do now is go for a Hail Mary. I don't think splitting up any of the, like... Yeah, split up doesn't really do anything here. Seam Rip. Put a land on the battlefield. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I kind of goofed, gang. I really meant to tap that Herd Heirloom for the Cloud, but auto tap, it'll get you. It'll get you sometimes. That's okay. That just means one more game with this beautiful deck. One more game for free. All right, on the play. Game 3. Match number 2. Great hand. Perfect hand. Well, I guess the mana leaves a little something to be desired as far as how quickly it comes into play, but Still, it's pretty good. I think I'm going to go turn 1 elf, just on the off chance that we draw a way to play wagon on turn 2. Otherwise, we have to play it turn 3 either way, you know? Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Get Lost is a pretty good draw. We'll go on the passage here. Get a basic, and then these 2 utility lands will come in untapped. Let's grab a plains here. Hushwood Verge. Okay. And go on the Verge. Start accelerating. I really should be on one. I meant to put a Valgavoth Slayer in the deck. I think I kind of forgot the Valgavoth Slayer. Because Valgavoth Slayer is actually kind of interesting with bossing, say. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna play the Buster Sword here, and then next turn I can like play Appa and start swinging in with Appa with a Buster Sword, perhaps. There's the Bloodletter. Well, you have a Get Lost for the Bloodletter. They're still gonna hit me for quite a lot. Down to 7. Badgermole Cub. Badgermole Cub. Oh, okay. So I can Badgermole Cub. Soup up this Plains with the Buster Sword. Have it connect and then play this Appa for free. I just play Cloud for free. That's probably a little better. Grab the dissection tools. Now, we probably aren't dead this turn. There's not a whole lot they can do to outright kill us. So I'm feeling okay. We can get our dissection tools into play and start recouping some life. Map on the Slasher. You might regret that. Well, there's your Bloodletter. I think I just have to double block here. Even if they have removal, you know, it is what it is. But now that the Slasher has a counter on it, it'll die forever. Cecil flips. Unholy Annex. Fine. Draw is there. Bloodletter. Seam Rip. Okay. If they play the Bloodletter, they drain me for 4. Seam Rip. Wait. Seam Rip, crew the wagon, equip. Yeah, they're just dead. Seam Rip. Crew the wagon. Equip the sword. Okay. Get there. Taste it. Taste it. Taste it. I'm sorry. 2-0. 2-0. Green white. 100 card toolbox. Hopping into match number 3. Clean win. No mistakes made whatsoever. Let's go. Match number 3. Back at it. Got a mulligan in this hand. Got a mulligan in this hand. Okay. I mean, this is fine. This is pretty much where I expect to be. Keep something like this. I would just lead on the Verge, I guess. Duskrose Reliquary. Go for a Herd Heirloom. Gotta draw into some action here. Suki's a little interesting. We don't really have any way to trigger Suki right now. But they don't know that. Maybe they'll invest some resources in killing it. I guess we can trigger it by giving up the Herd Heirloom for the Duskrose Reliquary. Bitter Triumph. Fair enough. Gotta get a little lucky here on a Mold of 5. Preacher. Zach Fair. I think I'd rather give up Zach Fair than the Herd Heirloom. Personally. Eat the preacher. I'm gonna hold on to this land, see if they bat me. If I can bait them into a bat. Kaito. Okay, well, glad we held on to the herd heirloom. Kind of was thinking of the horse. You know, I'm always thinking about that horse. They could really kind of just put me out of the game by stunning it. They'd have to pay a little extra mana to do so for the ward, but I think it's probably worth it for them to do that. Or just outright kill it if they have another Bitter Triumph. Pretty much not in that game. Can't block. No blocks. They decide to level up Kaito. Deep Cavern Bat. The weirdest, the craziest line of all time. Okay, well, still, another herd heirloom. Gotta swing in at the... I guess I have to swing at Kaito. I'd like to draw a card, but I think I need to take Kaito off of being able to actually stun the Sunmare. They don't know about Trample. They've never read Herd Heirloom. People do not know what this card does. It's so weird to me. So weird to me. People don't know what this does. That makes sense to me. People not knowing what Herd Heirloom does, I mean, it's in a meta deck right now as a one of, but another land. Not ideal. Play the land. Dodge a Fabled Passage here. See if they have an answer for this Sunmare. They have a Flood Pit's Drowner. Fair enough. Pass it back to you. I'm pretty much dead. That's just the nature of the Mold of 5 here. If I had a couple more resources to work with, I think I could be in this game. Kind of got to get lucky on this next draw. And hope they have nothing but lands in hand, I suppose. But that's okay. I'm a fighter, and I'm going to come back games 2 and 3. Bigger and stronger than you've ever seen before. They fully get rid of Guardian Sunmare. Kind of makes sense. See what we hit here. Gear Hulk? Aether Spark? No! You weren't supposed to see this Aether Spark. Get back in there. I don't want to draw you. Okay. Against Dimir, we don't have a whole lot. I actually think we should be kind of okay. As long as we deploy a little better. Maybe a couple get losts are okay. Go down a fungus. Go down. Does Lyra do anything here? Probably not. Try it like this. Try it like this. On the play. Game 2. Decent hand. Definitely not going to pass up on this one. Mana's a little slow, but also a little fast. It's slow but fast. We need more blankets and less blankets. It's gonna lead on this prairie, of course. Hopefully we just draw a basic. If we draw a basic, that kind of sets us up perfectly. Badgermole Cub. Okay. Pretty good draw, actually. We have big mana. Big mana. See if our opponent can beat big mana. Oh, is this the cabbage map? Is this it? I see cabbages down here. Is this the one where you can get the cabbage friend? Where's the cart to break? I see. Is it this? Am I crazy? I kind of feel like this is the wrong map, but I see cabbages here. Sorry if this is annoying. I just gotta know. So they stab my... Wait. No, they don't. They pass up on a stab. They just crack the maps and swing? Okay. Do I want to get Yara and Oski on the field? It would involve giving up a little bit of my acceleration, so maybe not. Play the Cub. I guess I can Yara and Oski. I can go like Herd Heirloom. And I haven't played a land this turn, so I can just unweb the Yara and Oski off of this Restless Prairie. And it's totally fine. I guess I give up. Okay, good to know what they have going on. Let's name Instant. They're gonna Kaito. But it's not that good into this board. I guess I give up this Earthbent Prairie, but not the end of the world. Ishana's Tidebinder. Just holding up the binder. Interesting. Or holding up Bitter Triumph, I guess. Just swing in for 3. I guess I can swing in with both of them. I don't really care about the Cub that much right now. Just play the Guardian Sunmare post-combat. Okay, well this takes them off of an easy Kaito. And they can't kill the Sunmare. On account of the ward, plus the tax on the Bitter Triumph. They might just have to Bitter Triumph the Yaranoski, which is fine. Okay, but is this the map though? Let me know in the comments. Because I don't know if I would even equip the cabbage, but It's the first cabbage I've seen on one of these maps. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Bitter Triumph. Pay the ward. So they just go Bitter Triumph, Bitter Triumph? Fair enough. Well, Caradora is kind of a sweet draw here, actually. So we can go Herd Heirloom into Caradora. Get another Sunmare and start threatening to draw off of this Caradora with our Herd Heirlooms. Yeah, I don't think they can beat this setup. They would kind of need like a stab plus something else. Like a stab right now. Swinging with Caradora. See what you got. Yeah, just activate the first Herd Heirloom. I guess they could Tidebinder this, but it's not a big deal. Okay. Not the end of the world. Just play the Sunmare. Dry. Sure, Cloud's a fine draw. Endless value. Endless value. All of our cards are placed themselves. Heartless Act. Pay the ward. Fine. Fine. Do I have a lethal with a Restless Prairie here? No, but they will have to block, which is kind of good. Is it? Is it good? I could play Caradora. Sorry, I could play Cloud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just play Cloud and play Big Blade. Buster Sword. Block Caradora. Herd Heirloom. Draw a card. Trample over. Put you to 6. Lush Portico. Play a Cloud. Actually, you know what? They're at 6. Maybe Lava Spur Boots is just better. And just grab the boots. And then I can play Storm Soul here. And the boots. And a land. And now if I draw any action, That's honestly probably fine. That's honestly probably fine. Just fire up the Restless Prairie. There's probably not a whole lot they can do here. All right. Good show. Good show. On to game 3. Probably just going to keep my sideboard the same. Maybe the Celestial Armor's good. It's a little demanding. Maybe a couple split ups on the draw here. Pretty good into like Preacher of the Schism. Let's bring in 2. Let's go down the Halia. Go down a Sariema. Right, like that. Oh, we still have Kona in the deck. Kona made the cut. Okay. let's see if Kona can do anything here. Get involved. On the draw. Pretty good hand. I'm not going to turn this down. Not going to say no to this. Could use a big beater. Bossing Say is pretty close. Dodge a land here. Our mana's pretty good. Let's just go for a cub. Drawing Dorks. Spyglass Siren. Big mana. Swamp. Seam Rip. Well, Seam Rip's not bad. I guess we go Verge. Cub on the Restless Prairie. Tap this for white. Seam Rip the Siren and play an Elves. And then we're swinging with quite a lot next turn with this Earthbent Restless Prairie. Plus we can start bossing saying pretty soon. I guess maybe we should have played the Plains so we could... Oh, Day of Black Sun. Alright, not bad. Oh, baby! What is it, my birthday? What do we have to find? Well, I think on an empty board, Phenomena Recorder is pretty appealing. Zach Fair for protection is also kind of neat. Right, like that, I suppose. Gives indestructible, but not hexproof. And moves equipment, I guess. And moves a counter, I guess. Relevant with Caradora? I guess. I suppose. Cloud! Midgar Mercenary? Is it my birthday? Okay, well, play Zach Fair. They could just have a removal in response to this, but Cloud is actually kind of a nasty draw. Gives my life meaning here. I'm going to play the Phenomena Recorder first and hold up. I think I'm just going to sit back here, actually, because if they have, like, Enduring Curiosity, I'd rather be able to hold back blockers for that, I think. Kind of feels like an Enduring Curiosity kind of board. And then I can double Cloud's trigger here for a little extra card advantage. Next turn. Would love to win this one. Secure the 3-0. Feeling not too bad here. Passes the turn. Pretty ideal for me. Well, play a land, play a Cloud. See if they have anything to say about this. Cloud resolves. Let's go ahead and copy the trigger. They have a binder for my Phenomena Recorder. Okay. It kind of makes sense. Still. Let's go ahead. I think we want the Buster Sword here. It has the highest ceiling, probably. Dissection Tools is not bad, but... Lobster Boots is kind of interesting. I think we get the Buster Sword. Because then next turn I can play and equip and hold up Zach Fair. Maybe I just put it on Zach Fair, but I'll just continue to pass here. Phenomena Recorder has been disabled. Okay, but tell me about these cabbages for real, though. Is this the map? Does anyone in the comments know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? You see some people around the block. They're sporting a little cabbage friend on their board. What's that about? And so I'm here, and I know it has to do with a map where you click a cart that has cabbages, but to me this doesn't look like a cart. Looks more like just a crate is how I would describe it. So what gives, essentially, is where I'm at. You're telling me there's more than one map with cabbages? Swinging in with Zach Fair, or sorry, with Enduring Curiosity. Well, I can block with Cloud and give it Indestructible here. That seems okay to me. Kill off the Enduring Curiosity, temporarily, of course. They're pretty well tapped out. Probably seems like they don't have a whole lot else going on. Spyglass Siren. Another Cloud. It kind of feels like maybe not the worst spot to cast this split up. I guess what I can do is I can just swing at Kaito. They'll probably block with the binder, and then I can double this Cloud's trigger again. I think maybe I'm doing pretty well in that game. Let's see what they decide to do. They leave this Cloud alive. Okay. Well, I can still kill the untapped binder here. Unlock my Phenomena Recorder. Get the Buster Sword down. They're going to be drawing a couple cards here, but they kind of do have to deal with the Cloud. Get a million triggers off of this Buster Sword next turn, perhaps. I'm very healthy. I have a Bossing Say to work with. Could just like Bossing Say, go to equip the Buster Sword to the Earthbent land, and then swing at Kaito with Cloud. Fullstone Sanctuary complicates things a little. Strategic Betrayal, huh? Gear Hulk is stunned another turn, but I have another Cloud in hand. This is kind of a complicated spot. I guess we'll give up the Gear Hulk. This Cloud is probably not that long for this world anyway. Yeah, okay. The illusion of choice. Well, I guess what I have to do here, to me it makes the most sense probably to activate Bossing Say and double it with Phenomena Recorder. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I don't have the mana to do that and attack with 2 guys. I don't know. It's a little risky. I guess what I want to do, I could play Cloud. Pretty unlikely that they have an answer to it. If they do, I guess if they don't have an answer to it, I can grab Boots and give it haste to try to kill the Kaito here. Double this trigger. Find 2 things. I believe our last 2 things. Oh no, we still have Aether Spark. Well, I'm going to go Boots plus Dissection Tools here. See if maybe the Boots are enough. Doesn't really feel like that's going to be the case. Phantom Interference. Counter unless I pay 2. Interesting. Well, I guess I'm paying 2. And just not swinging. I think having access to Boots in the future with this Dissection Tools in hand makes a little sense. We can also double up the Dissection Tools trigger for more bodies. Day of Black Sun, X equals 2. Okay. Well, you've dealt with the cloud, but can you deal with all this other bullshit? I don't know. I don't know. Can you? I don't know. They're drawing cards. It was always an option for them. Drawing cards. Because I can swing in with a hasty Buster sorted up face down card next turn. Or I could play it a little more conservatively, get an extra body online, and kill the Kaito. That probably makes more sense, to be honest. No Ward 2 on the Manifest Dread, unfortunately. Not a Cloak. Land. Let's see if they have some action. Duskrow's Reliquary. If I go for the Bossing Say here, I guess what I could do is I could do the Bossing Say Phenomena Recorder thing, and then that's a little better into something like they maybe brought in a Null. I guess I can't Dissection Tools and copy the trigger and equip the boots. Let's go for the Bossing Say, copy the trigger. I'll still be able to swing at Kaito with something. They could have like a stab in hand at this point. They do have a Tidebinder, but what are they binding? Okay. Well, I guess I'll make you trade this. Yeah, they're kind of winning still. Bristly Bill. Bristly Bill lets me double spell next turn. I'm gonna have to pass on the Bill, I think. Could use like maybe a Pixie in our deck to pick up these Phenomena Recorders. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to come back from this one. They're just drawing 3 cards every turn, and I'm not, and that's a little tough. We have an answer to the Preacher. If they have nothing but lands in hand right now, we could be okay, but that seems pretty unlikely. Yera and Oski. Well, they tapped the Soulstone Sanctuary, which is kind of relevant. Maybe I go Yera and Oski, see what they have going on, and then I can just haste it up anyway. I don't think that's necessarily better or worse than playing the Dissection Tools here. And this still gives me the option to just Bossing Say if I want to. Another Enduring Curiosity. Okay. That's pretty good. Floodpit's Drowner. Well, let's name Instant. We can equip the boots and the sword and Duskrow's Reliquary something. Kind of force them to block here. Try to kill Kaito. Alright, Kaito's dead. They're going to be drawing a million cards anyway. Man, we put up a good fight, gang. Yeah. I just think these card advantage pieces are a little too difficult for us to deal with. It was a good battle, though. Shout out, Edu. Shout out. Still never got my cabbage, but Bat coming in, they can Floodpit's Drowner my Yera and Oski. Maybe you could make an argument some amount of turns ago I was supposed to just Bossing Say forever and ever, but yeah. I don't think it's happening, gang. Lumbering World Wagon. Guess we'll just move into combat here. Make them do the thing. Blood Pit Drowner. Tap down Uranowski. Pay the ward. Let's fire up Bossing Say. Post combat. And then put a Buster Sword on it, I suppose. So I can trade with this Enduring Curiosity. And then they're drawing a million cards and I'm super dead. Shock themselves. Soulstone. Coming in. Block the Curiosity. Go to 1. They draw a million cards. Prevail. Pass on a Lush Portico. Okay, 2-1. 2-1. Ooh, on the play for match number 4. Okay, decent hand. We have our colors. We have some acceleration here. Kona might have a chance here. Kona plus a wagon. Pop in a Dissection Tools, not the worst setup. The Gene Pollinator Mirror. Herd Heirloom's not a bad draw. Play Gene. We'd like to see another land to be able to get this wagon out, I think. Badgermole Cub. Would like to dodge an Ouroboros. Scavenger Ooze. Abandoned Air Temple. Gotta come in tapped, unfortunately. Not quite the kind of land I was hoping for. Pass it back to ya. Cross our fingers here. I don't think I can win if they just cast an Ouroboros here. Innkeeper's Talent. Are they slow rolling me? Kind of seems like they don't have it. They have the mana to fire up a Bossing Say, Earthbent Land. They have a million mana now. But no Boyd, so there's kind of a chance here. Eridora. Let's see, I can go... What can I do here? I can play Kona and tap it with Gene Pollinator. Plop in this Dissection Tools. Oh. Okay, cancel attacks. Put a stop in my end of combat. I don't need to do anything with the mana anyway. Dissection Tools gives us a blocker here. Sariemma. Probably better to have Sariemma under here if we have some way to return the face down card to our hand. Leveling up the talent. Well, we'll be able to block one big thing and kill it. I guess multiple big things if we manage to start making a lot of tokens somehow. Exiles the boots. Do we just trade right now? Scavenging Ooze gets a little scary with the Innkeeper's Talent on the field. Yeah, I think that's fine. Kind of a tempo play more than anything, I suppose. Sheltered by Ghosts on the Innkeeper's Talent and swing in. Ooh, okay, hold on. And I get to draw off of Herd Heirloom. I could give up the Gene Pollinator. Yeah, it's kind of good. Give up the Gene Pollinator to equip the Dissection Tools to Kona. Okay. Sheltered by ghosts. Guess I could just hit the cub here. Bring down their mana quite a bit. I'm gonna hit the Innkeeper's Talent, I think. Swing in with a big trampling Kona. Okay. Kona Voltron. Engaged. Give it trample, draw a card here. Put a Caradora into play. Grab a Sunmare. What is going on? What is going on? Play a land. Cloud. Alright. That'll help with my Kona Voltron. Or Boroid. Pretty scary. Kinda glad we took the talent offline. Be nice if we had an equipment in the main that gave flying. We do in the side. Maybe we think about bringing that in. Maybe I'm just supposed to main deck it. It's kind of flexible. I don't remember what it's called, to be honest with you. Celestial something. Bulwark, Aegis. Swinging in with a forest. Do I trade the Caradora? I think that's probably okay. Yeah, why not? There's a cloud. They can block here. Trade. It's kind of okay for me, honestly, if they do that. I could also just play the wagon and tap the Kona that way. If I go... I kind of just want to get the Sunmare on the field, right? Maybe I play the Suki here. This helps me guarantee that I can, like, trample over. And draw off the Herd Heirloom if they block. Double block. They're just going to get an Innkeeper's Talent back, but they're giving up quite a lot of material here in this trade. I guess I don't get to keep the Kona, which means I don't get to put the Guardian Sunmare into play, but I get to trigger the Suki, which is not that bad, and draw a card. And I can move the Dissection Tools onto Suki now. I guess, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Now I can just block Ouroboros, right? I'm at 34 life, which is not like... My life total doesn't matter, I suppose, ultimately with an Ouroboros on the field. I just need to find some answer to the Boyd, which I guess means I need to get the Sunmare on the field. Or draw a Gearhulk. I don't want anyone in the comments, by the way, saying, why isn't so-and-so in your deck? Listen, brother. I put this deck together. Ooh, Insidious Fungus. Just on a whim. This one I was just feeling out for fun, you know? Kind of like my Christmas special video. I don't think I'm supposed to give up the Suki here. But Death Touch Trample is kind of interesting, actually. I can just kind of do, like, Death Touch Trample things. Wait. Did I get through for a lot of damage with the Kona? Or did I accidentally... I kind of zoned out. I just remembered Death Touch Trample. Did I only did 1 to each of the blockers, right? And I got through. That's why they're at 7. Okay. So maybe I can just play to that and just eventually, like, let's play the Earth King. And if I just start swinging in, like, eventually they will lose to this, right? Give the trample. Death Touch Trample. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, this is working. They have to give up material. Suki doesn't even die. That's kind of awesome. Dissection Tool's kind of killing it here. And now, actually, I think they can't attack, essentially, is where they're at right now. They have big guys, but they're not allowed to attack because I can just swing out. Yeah, then you're not allowed to do this. Okay. Okay. Whee! Wow. Kind of a fun one. I really, at a certain point, did not expect to win that one, but Death Touch Trample, apparently. This deck can do everything. Bringing the split ups. We were talking about wanting flying, but maybe the Death Touch Trample plan is enough. Hexproof Indestructible. We'll bring it in. We'll try it out. Celestial Armor. Bring in the Get Losts. Bring in the Authority. It's probably not that good. Bring in the Basilisk Collar. Another source of Death Touch / lifelink that we can find off of a Gear Hulk here. Let's cut a Zach Fair. Cut a Fungus. Cut the Recorder is a little slow. Maybe cut the Boots. We're kind of the control in this matchup. Cut a Halia. Sorry, Halia. Cut a Sariema. Cut a Wagon. Maybe we just need the wagons. Yara and Oski doesn't do anything. I haven't seen Tyvar yet. A lot of fun little nuggets that we haven't seen here. Kona seems fine, I guess. It actually kind of worked there. Yep. I think I like most everything else here. Lyra seems pretty good. Diodrine maybe is a little too small potatoes here. And then Aether Spark is not that likely to get in. But we replaced Aether Spark with... I think we took out 2 equipment and put two more in. So maybe this is a beautifully constructed, well thought out deck after all. Forget what I was saying before. I mean, I'm going to keep it. We can't cast the split up, but we're not that far from it. And that's pretty much it. We have lands and spells. There's a wagon. Pretty good draw. Lead on this abandoned air temple. You know what? I probably should have led on the Bossing Say. It's a little more likely that we draw a Mana Dork. That's okay. I was just thinking about this split up. Wily Duke. Actually kind of a good draw with this wagon. Play the collar. Well, we can guarantee get white online next turn. Basilisk Collar on the field. This deck is so awesome. I'm gonna keep this and probably just play it on the ladder because it's so fun. There are a lot of decks that really lose a ton of power by having to increase the card count, say to like 100 card deck, right? But Toolbox is not really one of those strategies. Sometimes actually just playing a couple more cards can be fine, you know? I mean, just think of like Yorion. Yorion was a completely fine card. It was just a value town. Sorry. Having an 80 card deck was completely fine. Yorion was not fine, but having an 80 card deck was not that much of a hindrance when you just got to like, all of your cards kind of did the same thing anyway. I guess it's still legal in Pioneer, but I'm thinking like Modern. Anywho's, Innkeeper's Talent, Big Baloth. I guess I just have to kill this. Or I could just block it with the Lumbering World Wagon. This seems a little dangerous. Play Wily Duke. Play Herd Heirloom. Play Wily Duke. Draw on their turn, and then tap. I won't be able to like kill the Baloth because they can just put another counter on it. I guess I just have to kill it. Not much else I can do, I think. If they have like an overprotect here, I'm toast. Hope they miss a land drop again. If they miss a land drop, I'm in business. Web Strike Elite. Okay. Missing a land drop. I think I'm going to go Wily Duke, swing in, draw a card, and then play the elves rather than play the Herd Heirloom first. Just to have a chumper. We're kind of in business. Grab another white source, I suppose. Doesn't super matter at this point. We're kind of in business. Gaining a little life, drawing a little card. Wily Duke. Fun card. I've never actually cast this. You'd think I would have by now, but this is my first time ever resolving a Wily Duke. Atin Hero. Seems kind of sweet with the wagon, etc., etc. And all those lands that like, you know, the station lands. I guess I could have held on to the elf and maybe threatened with the Basilisk Collar, but I think this is a little safer. Pretty much just gonna swing in. Continue to draw. Sheltered by Ghosts. Sheltered by Ghosts, huh? Maybe I just want to play the Sunmare this turn. I'm probably not that likely to die next turn, no matter what now. I think I'm just going to play the Sunmare. I could have like a Naturalize for the wagon, I suppose. Archdruid's Charm. Okay, well, I could Celestial Armor it. Kind of interesting. Is this before attackers? No, this is during combat. Start of combat. Okay, okay. Do I care about saving the wagon? It kind of puts a nice clock on them, I suppose, if I do this. Swing in. Big wagon. Coming at you. And then I could just Shelter by Ghosts. The Innkeeper's Talent. That keeps their possible Ouroboros from being kind of ridiculous. And then next turn I can just, like, crew up the wagon and equip. Kind of a sweet deck. It's fun having these, like, thinky turns where you just have so many options. Equipment does that, you know, having a toolbox in general. A lot of thinky turns, a lot of possibilities. Now they probably can't deal with Wily Duke. If they just play an Ouroboros, they're dead. Okay, sweet deck. 3-in-1? A 4-in-1 would be divine. Would be absolutely divine. Unite Curator. Well, they can't deal with Wily now, so I guess I just put on the Celestial Armor and kill them. Or do. I guess what they could have is like a... Oh, they have Reach on the Web Strike Elite. Well, I guess I'll just like play a Duskrose Reliquary. Reach on the Web Strike Elite. Still off the collar. Still didn't end up doing anything. I never should have trusted you. Try to exile the Web Strike. They're acting like they have something. Da 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 da. 3-1, 3-1, ranking up, ranking up. Time for match 5. All right, match 5 on the play. Got a mulligan this. This is pretty good. Can't complain too much. Go ahead and get rid of the recorder for now. Lead on this portico. Skip a pollinator. Yeah, pretty good hand though. Elves, wagon. Play a big enough Diodrine to be able to crew. But we actually get to elves and seam rip their elves. That's pretty nice. If this match lasts exactly 20 minutes or so, this video could possibly be exactly 100 minutes long, which would kind of be cool, I think. Play the wagon, grab a forest. Our mana's very good right now, and Beza's actually kind of a nice draw. Yeah, we'll take a Sariema. I don't think that's too shabby. If they invest in the board here, Beza looks quite nice. And if there's one thing that this deck loves to do, it's invest in the board. Is it? Am I taking crazy pills? Have I played against nothing but Badger Mole Cub decks? I guess I played against mono black ones and Dimir. We lost to Dimir, right? But otherwise, Mockingbird on the Cub, big mana. Wagon. What am I playing against? Is this some kind of cool Bant Gear Hulk list? Oh, I thought they were going to get a Plains. Sariema. Well, play a Beza. Kind of do everything with the Beza. I guess I'll leave up white mana in case I draw into a Seam Rip or something. Yeah, kind of the best Beza ever. I guess I don't get a treasure. And I don't get life. I do draw a Seam Rip, though. Which is pretty sweet. I guess I'll give them the option to trade here if they want. I can't really stop them from doing that. Not the best Beza ever, but pretty good. Fish and card is pretty much what you want. Grab a Plains. Trade in the wagons. Fair enough. Seam Rip the Cub. Take you off some mana here. No Crater Hoof today, please. Sariema looks pretty good with all this mana. Another Cub. Big mana. You got anything to do with that there mana? You got anything to do with that there mana? Unable to scream. Okay. Oh, of course. There's the Ouroboros. Do I have a legendary creature in my deck at this very moment that can do anything about the Ouroboros? For 3 mana. I guess we'll look at the list. Tyvar. Oh, Tristani's kind of interesting. Being able to give Death Touch to creatures. They do have a flyer, though. Appa. Well, I can't cast Appa. Lyra, eventually, maybe. I think Tristani's kind of interesting. I'm probably just dead, to be honest with you. But I can jump around for a little bit. Go Tristani. Maybe I'm supposed to go for Wily, actually. And just start drawing cards. Start investing in the Sariema. Jump around a little bit. Pretty unlikely that I win this one. Their board is kind of crazy. Yeah. Swing it in. I guess I'll chump like this. Do I just die to this? If I just die to this, then it's meant to be. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, what am I supposed to do about that? You know? Have removal in my main deck? Yuck! Get lost. Split up. Flying. I mean, it's the back-to-back matchup. We'll see if I can do the same thing here. Cut a Zac Fair, cut a Fungus. Cut boots. Cut the recorder. I don't know. It feels right this time. We'll leave it this time. Cut a Halia. Cut a Sariema. Cut an Aether Spark. Cut. Oh, Kona looked kind of good last time. I don't know. Surak is like fine. You know, I guess if they're unable to scream, Surak could be okay. Probably just like fine. Cut a Yaren Oski. Cut a Herd Heirloom this time, I suppose. I don't know. No, I think I want the Herd Heirlooms. I'll just cut the recorder. Alright, like this. For all the marbles. Match 5. Game 2. Gotta go back to back here. Secure the dub. 4-1. Pretty good hand. Herd Heirloom plus big boys. I've been here before. Another source of this Death Touch Trample sort of scenario. Not only Death Touch Trample, but like Death Touch Double Strike Trample Vigilance. It'll take a lot of mana to get there, but definitely in the cards. Cloud, huh? Well, I can't cast the Cloud this turn anyway. So we'll go for the Herd Heirloom. That's not a bad draw, though. In fact, I'd say it's a pretty good draw. Badgermal Cub. I think I'm going to go for the Storm Soul first. If there's a target that I'd prefer that they hit with the Unable to Scream, I think I'd rather they hit the Storm Soul than the Tristani. Wagon. Not an Ouroboros. They shock themselves, though, which makes me think they do have an Unable to Scream. Llanowar Elves. Big mana. Dressed up. Let's see if they have anywhere to go. I could give Vigilance to Tristani, or to the Storm Soul here. Or I could just play Cloud and Tristani. That's probably better. Let's swing in. And we'll play Cloud Tristani here. Grab a, I think we just want like a Buster Sword maybe? Or maybe we just want flying. Let's just go with the Celestial Armor. Try to go for like a big nasty double strike swing in the air. Okay, there's an Ouroboros. I kind of think we can beat it, maybe. Quantum Riddler, drawing 2 cards. And they can crew up the wagon with the Riddler. Mockingbird. Copying an elf. Flying. We gotta think about this a little bit here. Wagon. They just have a disgustingly huge board. Let's block the wagon with the Cloud. I think that's okay. And can we set up like a guaranteed sort of lethal, double striking, flying scenario next turn? Selvala. Play an Abandoned Air Temple. 5/5 Storm Soul. Goes to 7. kind of think I just have to hold back. I have to cast the armor this turn, put it on the Storm Soul, and then next turn give it Trample, Death Touch, Double Strike. It'll be at 8 power, Trample, Death Touch, Double Strike. And they have 2 damage in the air that they can block with. So I can use it to block this turn and give something Death Touch. I don't think their board is currently big enough to just outright kill me. So I just pass. I guess what I could do is just give this Vigilance. Wagon. Riddler. I guess what they could do right now is go for like an Unable to Scream on Tristani. That would actually probably be enough to win for them. But I'm kind of surviving this turn, I think. Or Boroid triggers. Swings with a wagon. Resolve. I guess I just take 12 and move into the end step. This kind of plays around Unable to Scream a little bit. Okay. Let's go for it. Hopefully they don't just have like Into the Floodmaw. That'd be pretty annoying. They could have like a Tristani. Oh, Repulsive Mutation. No, not Tristani. They could have a Tishana's Tidebinder. Repulsive Mutation. Okay. Well, I kind of think that ought to do it for them. Oh, Shelter by Ghosts. Play a Bossing Say. Shelter by Ghosts on the Storm Soul. And give it Death Touch, Trample, Double Strike. Do I have enough mana to do it all? I guess I could just give it Double Strike and Trample. Force them to block with the Cub, and then maybe I'm alive for another turn. They have these big wagons, though. If I swing in with both... There's not like a sneaky lethal that way, I think. I'll just swing in with the Storm Soul here. Oh, they don't block. Well, they're dumb. Sorry, Okinako. Okinanoko. Yeah, you goofed. Sorry, buddy. Read the cards. I don't know. Read the cards. That's all I gotta say. Opponent blessed us with a chance at a sweet 4-1 overall, and we will take it. Hopefully we get to capitalize here and seal the deal. And we got a pretty good hand to do it. On the draw, game 3, match 5. Split up in hand. Bill. Lead on the Lush Portico here. Yeah, we'll take a Cloud. I think that's okay. Maybe a little slow. Maybe I should have just dug for more lands. If I just hit all my land drops, I'm looking pretty good here. Bedroom Cub. Temple. Yeah, we'll take that. Play an Elf. Hopefully this split up is enough this turn. They're off to another blazing start. Mockingbird. On the Cub. Yep. What you got? 6 mana on turn 3. Sorry, 8 effective mana turn 3. A little more than that. Mana positive Bedroom Cub. Ouroboros. Well, the split up looks pretty good, actually. No blocks. Just gotta go for it. Hope they don't have another cub, I suppose. Or another Boyd, I suppose. They still have 1,000,000 mana and a huge board. But if all they have is garbage in hand, then we're doing okay. I can, like, Gear Hulk into Seam Rip on the cub and set them back even more. And then Gear Hulk blocks Wagon really nicely. Unable to Scream on my elf. Well, that keeps me off of the Gear Hulk plan. Pretty good for my opponent here. Still going to play the Gear Hulk. Still blocks the Wagon. Lines up very nicely. Grab a Seam Rip. I kind of think we want maybe just like a Duskrose Reliquary here for another Ouroboros. Hope they have nothing. Mockingbird. Gear Hulk. Fun. Good choice. A wise card to include. Wow. Yeah, I guess so. Double Unable to Scream off of copying my Gear Hulk. Well, I can't be too much of a hater for that. That's pretty cool. Go ahead. We can Seam Rip this Unable to Scream on my Gear Hulk. Dump the Wagon for now. I could just play a Lyra. Flying First Strike. Lifelink. Do I live if they have nothing else? I get to block the Wagon, First Strike. I get to... Or I get to, like, chump the Wagon and block the Gear Hulk. I take 8, 10, and go... Yeah, I'm just dead still. Maybe I'd, like, play some garbage and Seam Rip and... So I can play a Cloud. Oh, but I don't have... Okay. I play Bill. I guess I play a Lush Portico here. Seam Rip. On the Unable to Scream. Maybe that's a waste. I don't know. Then I'm just dead in the air. Yeah. GG, gang. I'm not sure. Kind of a silly note to end on. Kind of a crazy way that played out. All right, good games. Good games. Well, thanks for tuning in. 100 card special. Had a fun run. Really, really wanted that 4-1. That's why it's a little bit disappointing. I'm going to yap for another minute here because that will put me at exactly 100 minutes for this video. So I guess while I'm here, let's just break down where we've been so far. I've posted about 50 videos so far. Most of them have been okay. We've had some highs, some lows. In my memory, I think like my favorite videos in retrospect include my original like blue-green Lessons Delirium list. I also had a lot of fun playing all the various Gear Hulk decks across the channel, of course. In particular, people seem to like the Bright Glass Gear Hulk Herd Heirloom, like Abzan Ketramos mid-range list. So if you're interested in seeing more content like this, if you're interested in seeing more Bright Glass Gear Hulk lists, why don't you hop on in? 100 people can't be wrong. 100 subscriber special. And continue to show up for my daily standard content. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Eric. Have a good one.